Oh my god, are you kidding me? Why? Why is this freezing again? I swear to god, it must be because Mercury's in retrograde. Are you serious? I just watered you yesterday. Why are you dying on me? I mean, I gave you sun, I talked to you, and I gave you water and food. Damn, Mercury.
Timmy, you're asleep again? You just woke up. What is up with this? It's gotta be because Mercury's in retrograde again. You sleep 90% of the time instead of 75. Ugh.
Man, I'm in such a bad mood. I woke up feeling like I want to punch everybody in the face. Oh, crap. I forgot. Mercury's retrograde again. That explains it. That's it.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not going to blame me for everything. I am Mercury. Yes, I'm a messenger, I'm a deity. But I am not responsible for your reactions to this shift. So, I only visit 3 to 4 times a year. You know how to handle this. You've been through the ropes a few times. So, why don't you tell your lovely viewers how to handle my awesomeness?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I had to have a little fun with this amazing Mercury retrograde that we all hear about and that I even talk about quite often. It is a real thing. Why don't we debunk what it is and how to handle these energy shifts that do really happen and do actually affect you, whether you're aware of it or not. So basically, there is a very simple explanation for what it actually is. The retrograde motion is when a planet actually looks like it's going in the reverse direction, according to Earth. Now, this is an optical illusion, of course. It's actually not really happening, but it's just because of the different speeds of what the planets are going at as they pass each other that makes it look like this. Now, Mercury is one of the fastest orbiting planets, so you can see why that illusion would occur probably about 3 to 4 times a year. Now, the interesting thing is the Mercury planet is all about communication. Now, have you noticed lately that maybe your computer's not working right? It's freezing a lot, like I mentioned in the intro. Or maybe your phone's acting up. Or maybe there's misunderstandings or scheduling problems or just all kinds of chaos with disagreements and trying to analyze things like you normally would. Yeah, there's a lot of this going on right now. I've noticed it in my life, and I'm sure you've noticed it in yours. So it can actually affect you just in small ways like that, just enough to be a pain in the butt. And also, it can actually flare up emotions. You might be going through a rough time right now, so it intensifies your emotions, so you might be a bit moody. Things that normally don't bother you really bother you. And it's really interesting because unfortunately the retrograde gets a lot of negative connotations, and it doesn't always have to be negative. Sometimes it's a time to go within and reflect a bit, maybe reprioritize things in your life that are no longer serving you, and it just gives you a chance to step back, kind of regroup a little bit. And it doesn't have to be a huge vacation or anything, but it might be just not stressing about certain things that you might normally stress about, or just doing a little more self-care like I always preach about in my videos. It's just a time of reflection and to be a little more gentle with yourself. Now, the other thing is a lot of people use the retrograde as an excuse for everything. And unfortunately, I see this run rampant in our spiritual communities, as well as people who might not have a total grasp on what it actually is. It sounds funny. I actually use it as a joke. I don't actually normally blame the Mercury retrograde, even though I like to say it because it sounds funny. But when you start using that for an excuse and really believe in it to the point where you allow it to get in your way all the time, then that's probably when it's best to step back, look within, see what you need to work on, and do the work. So I always found this really fascinating because it's becoming more of a norm, more of a buzzword. And I notice a lot of people don't really know what it is. And it took me a while to really understand it. And the interesting thing is every time the retrograde happens, it can affect people differently. Like, for example, there's some phases I go through and I feel great. I have moments of clarity. I feel good. And it could be totally coincidental, but it always seems to happen around that time because it's high energy. Things are falling away that no longer serve me. And I start getting more ideas, more creativity, and more energy even. And then there's some others that are, they are like energy vampires in their own way. It sucks everything out of me. I'm moody, I'm irritable, and it's not because it's that time of the month. It's just everything pisses me off. And then that's when I know I need to step back so I don't miscommunicate with anyone and I don't take it out on anyone. And if it's someone who doesn't really quite jive with the retrograde philosophy, it seems even worse to that person. So it's just a matter of being in touch with yourself and knowing when to not rely on that as an excuse to not do anything and not live your life fully, but also recognize when it is affecting you and step back a little bit, refresh. Know it's okay to have a bad day, regardless if it's a retrograde or not. So this is just a quick little video today. I wanted to end the week with something a little more interesting as I start finding my way back to the card readings and esoteric topics. If you have any questions about the retrograde or any other concepts like that, let me know below. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. And who knows, maybe I could do another video elaborating on something you're curious about. So just let me know. In the meantime, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. As usual, I won't be doing content Saturday or Sunday because those are the days for me to refresh and relax. So I will be back Monday with Mindful Monday. And yeah, don't let the retrograde get you. Worst case scenario, have a glass of wine and watch a movie tonight. Anyway, I love you guys and keep on being awesome as you are. And remember, to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste.